Hey everyone, Coach Walter here, coming to you with episode 11 of Finding Your Game. For those that don't know, Finding Your Game is a podcast interviewing various guests and asking them about their golf journey in the hopes that these guests can help you in your golf journey. I'm pretty excited to welcome our guest for today, Jaden Dumdumaya. Jaden is a sophomore at the University of California, as you can see in his flag in the back right there. But the USC Trojans have really had an exceptional fall season. They're ranked number 24, and a lot of that has to do with Jaden's really good play this fall. To summarize, he finished tied for second at the Whirlwind Invitational, shooting 70, 67, 65, and then he has a tie for third at the Trinity Forest Invitational with a 71, 69, and get this, guys, 63 in the final round at Trinity Forest, which led to Jaden getting Big Ten Golfer of the Week honors for that performance. In addition to those second and third, he's got a T15th at the Tucker Intercollegiate and a T18th at the very competitive Golf Club of Georgia Collegiate. Before Jaden got to USC as a junior golfer, Jaden holds the record for most wins on the Junior Tour of Northern California, surpassing Bryson DeChambeau. According to Junior Golf Scoreboard, Jaden was ranked in the top 1% in their rankings, and in the AJGA, he was ranked in the top 5%. So I'm really excited to welcome Jaden to the show. Jaden, thank you for your time, and congrats on a really good fall season.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chun. Yeah, it's been a great fall season, and carry on from the spring. It's been working hard. It's been a grind, and I mean continuing to this summer, and found myself like in a good groove. So hoping to continue in the spring. Got some tournaments lined up this winter, and been working hard this off season and getting my stuff done in school. So hopefully, you kind of find a little bit of some downtime to be able to focus on some other stuff. But I mean, yeah, I've been putting a lot of effort this last few months into golf, and found myself in some great places and some good finishes. So I'm hoping to continue that into the spring and continue our road to hopefully a national championship. So.
There we go. There we go. I have a feeling you'll continue on your good play into the spring. So for those the audience that don't know, tell us about yourself. How old were you started when you played golf? Maybe when did you get serious? And maybe a memorable moment that you've had in golf. And I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so right now I'm 19 years old, but I grew up in Benicia, California, which is like 45 minutes like northeast of San Francisco. So kind of like right in between San Francisco and Sacramento is where I grew up in the
Mhm.
general area. I started playing golf when I was around 2 to 3, kind of like when I started walking. Um, my family is a golf family. My dad played like most of his life, and so did my brother and my sister. So I kind of just followed in their footsteps. Um, and I kind of just fell in love with it at a young age. I mean, I got pretty serious around. I played my first tournament around like 4 years old. It was like a small little
Oh,
junior tournament, at, like a little muni, in Vacaville, California. So that was my first tournament, but yeah, I got serious around 6 or 7 years old when started traveling a pretty far distance to go play in tournaments like U.S. Kids like state championships and
mhm.
SoCal, kind of like those, and kind of felt like it was something that I kind of wanted to do more in the future in a way. Even though I was pretty young, I kind of fell in love with it, and I mean, grew up watching like professional golfers like all the time, and kind of like being inspired to like be at their level. And so yeah, I pretty much started around that age, and then I've had a lot of memorable moments in golf. It's kind of hard to choose one, but I mean one that really sticks out and kind of just altered like my like perception of golf is pretty, I think, like the drive trip and putt in 2022. Like
Mm.
being at the Masters and Augusta National. I mean, it's a big stage for obviously all levels. I mean, you get
Yeah.
the best of the best when it comes to professionals and like the junior golfers that kind of strive and are inspired to be at that level someday. I mean, being able to hit a golf ball at Augusta National is a pretty special thing. And being able to make a putt on the 18th green at Augusta is like also like a bucket list thing. So I'm really
Oh,
glad
yeah.
to be able to say that I've done that. I mean, I get to scratch it off my bucket list and hopefully be able to do that again in the future. Hopefully in the
Yeah.
Masters tournament. But I think that's like a golf moment that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And yeah, I mean, there's also other things, but I think that's the most significant one. But yeah.
How far was that putt?
It was 15 feet. There's a 30 footer and a 15 footer, and I hit the 30 footer and puts like 6 inches past the hole, and so I
Uh-huh.
needed like to put the 15 footer inside like 11 feet to close out the to like make sure I got the win. And I was like, I told my brother before, I was like, if I get the chance to make the putt 15 footer, I'm going for the 15 footer, like no matter what. So
Wow.
like be able to do maybe like a big fist pump with like the crowd in the back. I mean, as soon as I hit it, I was like, it looks good. So I kind of just started walking it in and hit a fist pump, and then
Oh,
the crowd kind of roared because it was like something like they didn't see because we were the first group to go out. Our age group was the first group, so it was like the first thing they saw, and I was
uh,
the final to go. So it was yeah, that was a pretty memorable
oh,
thing. Yeah.
man, what a putt. Any idea how fast the greens were on the stem? What would you say?
They've got to be pretty fast. It was the Monday or the Sunday before, or it was I think it was the Monday. The Monday of the
Oh,
um, sorry, it's the Sunday of before the Masters, and I mean they had the Augusta National Women's Am I think the day before, and
uh,
so it had to been at like
yeah.
pretty high. I mean I hit
Ooh.
that 15 footer like a tap in, and it had some speed going into the hole. So yeah, if I didn't hit the hole, it would have been pretty. It could have possibly rolled off the green, but I'm glad it
Um,
didn't. I'm glad it didn't. It would have been really embarrassing.
you mentioned your dad plays golf. Do you have any idea how old were you when you beat your dad for the first time? I know for kids and like for me that was a big thing when I beat my dad, but do you have an idea of when you beat your dad?
Yeah, I mean, my dad was our kind of like club champion when it was like 2012. So I was around 6 at that time. I think he was playing at like a +1 or 2 at
Oh,
that time. So I want to say it was like from the same tees. Like I think we were at like I don't want to put him down too much. I think like 11 or 12 is when I first like really got him from the first tees, like or the same tee. Um, like what I was really going for, like what was really like, because my dad hadn't played much. Like after like I started playing a lot, I mean
hmm.
he kind of more focused on trying to get me to like a high level and really like honing in my game and like really trying to help me improve and be a great golfer. I mean, what really like I think was like really fun for me was when I beat my brother for the first time because my brother, I mean, he's still like right now he still hits it far. I think I want to say he's up there with me. Maybe sometimes gets me. Like he still hits it a
Cool.
pretty long ways. And so like I mean, he's always been a pretty good golfer. And so I think like around like 12 or 13 is when I beat my brother for the first time from the same tees, and that was a pretty memorable moment. But I'd say about around like the same time as where I was able to like really like
Hmm.
beat my brother and dad, and it's where I kind of like found it. I mean, I grew up playing at my home course, Paradise Valley. We really never had that many juniors going up. I mean, it was kind of a course where I mean, small town. It's like a city owned golf course where it was
Hmm.
kind of like me, another kid, and then like a few girls that played, and then it really like that was all the junior golfers. I mean, the rest that were just beginners or just played for fun. But we were the only ones that really took it serious, and I kind of just grew up playing against adults and like high school golfers and like kind of college people, and like I didn't wasn't really surrounded around junior golfers like in my own time like practicing. It was more towards like tournaments. And so
Hmm.
I kind of just grew up learning how to play against adults and with all like the trash talk and like the size difference. I kind of just didn't really think much of it because I got used to it at such a young age. So yeah.
Uh, That'll explain your mental toughness, but it says a lot about you, Jaden, that you mentioned growing up at a small place golf course like Paradise Valley, and now you're in the city of Los Angeles, like one
Yeah.
of the biggest cities in the U.S.,
Yeah.
playing for one of the top programs. So it should say a lot to the audience about your work ethic and the time you've put in. Speaking of being at USC, how do you've had an exceptional fall season. I mean, you're an outstanding junior golfer. Um, how do you feel like you've improved in college, and or like how was a transition from junior golf to college golf?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a big transition, especially coming from like a somewhat small area in Northern California. I mean, um, like, you meet a lot of people out here in Los Angeles. You meet a lot of great people or home courses. You're meeting big names, seeing celebrities all the time. So it's definitely a big grind. I mean, it was a change in my kind of like mindset, knowing that I'm surrounded by people that um have done like kind of have like the same attributes in the work ethic, especially here at USC. I mean, the athletes here at USC are really successful, and I mean,
Hmm.
the best in what to do. I mean, we've got a lot of Olympians kind of surrounded by us, and people who are just extremely athletically gifted, and it's like I mean, you kinda get surrounded by people that, have the same work ethic, and it's great people around here, and so, I mean, it really improved my mindset and, helped me in the mental side knowing, like, I'm where I'm kinda, like, supposed to be, and it's like, it took me a little bit, in the fall knowing that, like, I had a rough start to the fall being injured as soon as I got injured as soon as I got here, and then I was kinda
Oh,
out for the fall season in a way, and so, I mean, it took a lot. I mean, it definitely I dug a little deep hole. I mean, I kept on playing in the fall, expecting it to get better, and it wasn't getting better, and so at some point, I kinda realized I just needed to take it off, and then I came back in the
mm,
spring and found myself in a good spot. Played um my first college event like on the team in Pepperdine's event at Southwestern Invitational, and I
mhm.
kind of found had a good finish there. It was a top 25 finish, so I was pretty happy about that. But I mean, yeah, it's like the balance. It definitely takes a lot. It takes about like a semester or so to like understand what it really takes. I mean, it's tough to go from high school to college golf because, like, I mean, college, you're living here and you got practice every day, workouts. You got to balance that with
Mhm.
school and stuff. And I mean, it's not like at home where you can kind of like go home or like sleep in your own bed with your family, spend time with your family. It's like less lenient here. It's kind of like your
Mm,
family's like your golf, your teammates. That's your family and your coach and all that. I mean, but I mean, I think my perception of college golf is really um changed, and I mean, it's really helped me grow as a person and a golfer, and really grateful to be in the position that I am, and I just honestly don't know where I'd be at if it wasn't for golf. I mean, golf has really changed my life in numerous
mhm,
ways and has gifted me um a lot of things to be grateful for, achievements, friendships, and connections. And I mean, I've met people every day throughout my life that can change my life forever. I mean, um, during the recruiting process, I met you, and I was kind of um, like I met a lot of great coaches and people who inspired me to keep on grinding and getting to
Mm,
where I'm at. So, I mean, yeah, the balance between high school and college, it was I mean, it took a lot in the transition phase. I mean, I found that like I improved a lot in my mental game here, and then
mm,
I mean my short game has been always pretty good. Like growing up, that was kind of my strength. I mean, that's
mhm.
what I practiced a lot growing up, and then um, I think it's at its prime right now when it comes to chipping and putting and like the wedges, and then I mean, my irons have also improved a lot. My distance control has improved, and I mean, I got
Mm,
stronger here in college. I mean, we worked out a fair amount. We do a lot of cardio, and so found that like my driver distance has gotten longer, but also
wow.
straighter. So I mean, like now it's like fairways don't look too tight. I kind of swing like normally and just without like a thought of like, "Oh, is this gonna go a little
Mm,
right?" Like, not thinking about what's over there, but thinking what's in front of me, and I kinda just
ah,
use that. I mean, the game's improved a lot in the last year or 2. I mean,
yeah.
mentally, like, looking back, it's like I used to think a lot about, like, the technical stuff, and now it's more like, think about, like, "Oh, how what do I have to do to score?" And so it's like your mental changed a lot in college. I mean, um, it's a
Mm,
different game out here. It's no longer like you can attack and stuff like junior golf and like you kind of just go for every pin and stuff. Now it's kind of like you really gotta think about like what's
mm,
the risk and what's the reward and like where the best place to um score from, and it's whether it's like you lay it up to 100 yards at a par five, or if you're putting in risk of hitting a bunker, and then you're not gonna even. It's gonna be a tough to make even par. So it's like my strategy is like improved drastically in college, and
wow.
I mean it's really different. My golf game is completely different to how it was 2 years ago back in high school, and I mean I'm a completely different golfer, and so it's been
Mm,
I mean, it's been great to see the change and see the improvement and all that, but
yeah. I think that's also a testament to Coach Hankins. The schedule that he puts together, like going to Georgia, playing at Trinity Forest, playing at Whirlwind, and I don't know like the spring schedule, but a lot of what you learn are courses and tournaments that he's picked up, and also credit to those tournaments that you go to. Like they want to expose those call you guys for like they want to expose the risk, but they want to benefit you and reward you if you pull it off. So like
Mhm,
in college golf, you phrased it really well. That you can, when appropriately used and thought about, it can really develop your game rather than frustrate you. So well
mhm.
said, Jaden.
Yeah, thank you, yeah.
Um, if you could go back in time, would you do anything? Would you advise yourself to do anything different? I mean, you had a good junior career, but would you, knowing what you know now, would you have the ghost of Jaden past go to the or what have you? Would you say anything different to yourself?
I wanna say, like, I mean, I definitely put in a lot of work growing up. Obviously grew up in a small place where, at a young age, I kinda established, like, that this is what I kinda wanted to do and grow up
Mm,
and play in college, and, um, I mean the work ethic was there, the passion was there. I think it's just like the balance. I mean, I put a lot of time into golf and I kind of found that like sometimes I feel like, oh, like I got burned out and like I was like, oh, is this like I'm putting a lot, but I'm not seeing like the improvement like that other people are say like
mm,
doing. It's like kind of like that comparison that kind of like brought me down in a way, and I was like the confidence really it took a hit on me when I was seeing like people that I grew up with were kind of going above and beyond, and like achieving things that I didn't even know were possible, and it's kind of like that. It inspired me, but it also told me like what if I was like
Mm,
if I was meant to be doing this, and I feel like um, I'm not a big guy at all. I mean, I'm 5'6" and like really small, and like I mean, I got a guy on my team is 6'4", so it's like we got like this much like in height difference and on all the team photos, and it's like I mean, I've been a small guy all like obviously all my life, and I mean, it's been a like um I kind of like sometimes I kind of looked at it as like a not inferior, but it's like it definitely kind of played a role in like, oh my, do I have what it takes? Because like I mean, looking at all the professionals are obviously like somewhat big or average size, and I'm obviously on the lower end of that, and it's like just telling myself, I probably would have told myself that like to stay on this track that I am and that good things will come in the future, and that keeping the grind that I have and the passion and living the dream is probably the best that I can do. I mean, um, you can never really tell what's gonna happen in the next year or two. I
mm,
mean, like what I was saying, like last year I was ranked like mid 2000s, and now I found myself in the top 300 of Wagger. So a lot of things change in
yeah.
about a year or so, and I mean a lot of great things happen. It's all a matter of time and being patient, and it's kind of like golf is like kind of like the way of life where it's like you can't chase things like that, but kind of have to keep on putting your 100% effort, and things will come to you, and birdies will come and stuff like that. I mean, you'll
Yeah.
make bogeys every now and then, but everyone makes birdies and good things happen. So probably think I wish I kinda knew that at a younger age, and
Mm,
knowing that, um, I mean, golf and life are pretty similar. They're both roller coasters. Like
yeah.
a lot of good things happen, a lot of bad things happen, but it's like all a matter of keeping your head steady and kind of just enjoying
Ooh,
to be in the future. So
man. Oh, sorry, Jay. I lost you for a couple seconds there, but I got you back. Got you back. But um, I think that's great. Great that you already know that at 19 years old. Like just keeping your head down, putting in the work and good things and staying patient because, I even know some like professional golfers that are in their 30s that they just realize that. So I think that's great advice that you're passing along to the audience that, you shouldn't really compare yourself to others, but just kind of stay on your own track. Like your path is going to be different from other people's
yeah,
paths,
yeah,
but trusting the process. I mean, you hear that so many
mhm,
times, but hearing from a 19-year-old, I think it's going to resonate very
mhm,
well with
yeah.
the audience.
Yeah,
Um,
no, yeah, I agree with that 100%. Like everyone has their different path, and everyone has a different journey. Whether um from what I've heard, there's been the craziest journeys to the PJ Tour, and then the easiest journeys to the PJ Tour. So there's a lot of ways around, and I feel like it's all a matter of time. Like things happen for a reason, and um good things happen, bad things happen, and
mm,
kind of just staying on that track and keeping your head steady. Not like obviously chasing those dreams, but making sure keeping yourself in check and understanding that um it's in the future, and still being in the present, and you'll find yourself in that position and no time. So yeah.
Man, that's really well said. That's awesome. That's awesome. I feel like I should just cut off the podcast here, just leave it at that. But unfortunately for you, I got a few more questions. Is there any drills, practicing or on course games that you might share that's been beneficial to you, whether it's something you do on the course or on the putting green or the range? Anything that you might be able to share?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, favorite drill, like the drill I did forever that really helped my putting was the gate drill.
Mm,
Um, it was like a 10-footer, and you got a gate at like 6 feet away, so like 4 feet from the hole. You had like a quarter inch on each side. My dad made it really tough, just so like he like it really like made my like error, like my margin of error really small. And so
uh,
but I'd have to do like 10 in a row of that every day before I go home. I mean, I lived on the golf course at Paradise. I lived in between hole 1 and 18, so I was like a 300-yard walk from the clubhouse, and it was a par five. So, but I'd walk to the clubhouse and go to the putting green and do that, and um, just found it became like kind of like just muscle memory.
mm,
And it really helped on the golf course. I mean, I was kind of like, I made a lot. I basically made everything inside 10 feet. Straight putts were obviously easy. And I found that, um, like anything inside 10 feet was kind of like not a
wow.
gimme, but it was like, it felt like something I did on the regular.
Ah,
Yeah, that gate drill really helped me become a deadly putter. And um, another drill is what we do in college is 25 from 5, and that also helped me um improve like in the 5 footers. It's 25 putts, but you got 5 different locations around the hole, so it's from 5 feet. Um
mhm,
and you got to go around that 5 different times, so that equals 25 putts. But if you miss a putt, you got to do 3 in a row after. And so that really helped me like um kind of
mm,
like um have that like feeling of like stress over a
yeah.
putt. Like I need to make it, and it's like now like 5 footers again are like pretty easy. It's like I've been in this position before, and it's like I no longer am like grinding over the putt and like wondering like, oh, is this gonna be in? And
Mm,
if it's not, it's kind of just like I'm following my routine and just keep on doing what I need to do. And if it goes in, it goes in. If not, there's always the next one. So I mean, I've got a lot of drills. I mean, I've always grew up playing the high percentage shots. I mean, making
mm,
sure I hit the fairway and being pin high to the pin and stuff like that. So, yeah.
nice, nice. Um, and slowly kind of wrapping up, you've shared a lot of great advice, and I'm sure people are enjoying what you have to share. But do you have any closing advice for anyone out there, maybe a freshman in college or maybe a high school golfer? Any kind of advice you might have for them?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing I think about is like just obviously like the work ethic has to kind of be like be there. I mean, you're not kind of just gonna be handed like the achievements and all like the good things and all the thing accolades to be proud of. I mean, you kind of need to put you obviously have to put in the work to get to where you need to be. And, like obviously never losing sight of the dream, whatever that dream is, and
Mm,
um, I mean making sure that you kind of just um keep that passion and inspiration to go like the big lengths like I did. I mean, I obviously wanted to play college golf. I kind of manifested it and kind of made it um like my short-term goal, and I
hmm.
found myself here. So that was one goal, and the next one is to be a PGA Tour. So hopefully um in like 10 and hopefully less than 10 years I'll be on there. Um or else it'd be a pretty long and stressful ride. But yeah, I mean, keeping never losing sight of that dream that you had and where getting to where you want. I mean, it's always setting goals are really important, and being able to achieve that definitely reassures you of those kind of like dreams and goals, and makes sure it keeps you on the right track.
Yeah.
And then like also like what I was saying is like about like things can happen, and golf is a lot like life. So there are like the good parts and the bad parts,
Mm,
and like to understand that you never know what's gonna happen in a span of 6 months, and um like your life can change in a short amount of time. So I mean, like, yeah, 6 months ago, I was grinding, trying to get into elite amateurs over the summer, and um, found myself with the opportunity to get into a couple, and I was able to capitalize and win one at the end of summer, and it really opened up a lot of doors for me. And playing in like my first US amateur, and getting my name on the trophy in the Pac Coast. I had a lot of um, big, like big names, professionals, and really successful people in the college circuit. So it's like things like that. It's like I feel like that's like the best advice I could give. Um, I mean, golf is a great sport that teaches you a lot, like lessons that are pretty
Yeah.
similar to life, and it's really improved my, helped me like gain a better understanding, perception of like kind of like what I wanted to do, what I want to do in the future, and like kind of like looking back, it shows me like reassures me like all the hard work I put growing up, and it really worked out and paid off. And I mean, I found myself in a great position, and um, kind of like looking back, I mean, I sacrificed a lot of things to be where I'm at right now, with whether it was like time with my friends or family parties. We would always travel for like during like birthdays or like Thanksgiving, Christmas. I mean, we'd always be out like out of state or sometimes out of the country, and like I mean, I sacrificed a lot of time with my family to be able to get where I am. And I'm at least glad to know that like it worked in the end so far, and
Yeah.
that it didn't go to waste, and that I kind of stuck to my dream. So I mean, keeping up the grind is kind of like and enjoying the game. I mean, it gets a lot more serious. There's a lot more stuff on the line in college. I mean, um, in the next year or so, year and a half, I mean, I'm gonna have to start thinking about like PJ Tour U, which is obviously a really big um,
Hmm.
opportunity for us college golfers, and thinking about like what I want to do in the future, and if it's like um, continuing to grind, looking for opportunities. So it's like things like that. It's like college is a time of change and time of transition, and obviously a big stepping stone for like opportunities that change my life. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Jane, can I ask real quick? You mentioned about goals and the goals of playing in college golf or playing goals of PGA Tour. Um, did you have any shorter term goals in between? Because I've heard like with goals that are a few years out, it's hard to feel like it's close. So did you ever
Mhm.
have
Yeah.
like um, shorter term goals or so when you're in high school or?
Yeah, in high school, I think like a lot of like I didn't really have any result oriented goal. I kind of
Uh,
tried to not like think about the results and kind of just think about like personal like um things that I can control. It's whether just seeing simple improvements in like certain parts of my game, or just um like kind of like a goal that I had was to like um kind of just improve my like mental side. Like I mean, I
mm,
sometimes I'd have a bad day out there on the golf course, and I kind of kick myself in the like in the back for like just not playing as well. And it's kind of like I kind of refrained from doing that, and I feel like that was one of my goals, just to keep a positive mindset out there. I mean, things that it kind of control. I mean, that's kind of what we I learned a lot in college, that there's a lot of things that you can control and things that you can't
yeah.
control, and that things are like out of your reach, and that you kind of just gotta um, stay in your own little bubble, and um, be aware of like the circle of control that you have. I think short term goal that I had, um I can't think of any, honestly.
No,
Yeah,
honestly, I think what you shared in terms of not being results oriented goals, like saying
yeah,
like I'm gonna win this tournament, I'm gonna finish top five. I feel like those are
yeah,
results oriented versus like no matter what I shoot today, I'm gonna have a positive attitude. I'm gonna be
yeah,
proud of the performance. I think that's it's not really like a concrete
uh-huh,
like short term goal, but I think you bring a valuable point in saying like things are that goals that are out of your control, like winning a tournament, that's not
Mm.
really in your control, but you can control like your attitude and having a good attitude and giving it your best and committed on every shot. And if you win, great, but that's not something you can control. I think I'm 100% believer in what you just shared, and I think you're spot on. And for you to know that at 19 years old, I can see why you've had this success that you've had. Because you're mature beyond your years. But I think that's a great point for the audience to know that goals shouldn't really be goals that are out of your control or results focused, but you can have a good attitude. You can be committed to every shot. You can walk with your head up, no matter bogey, birdie. Those are things
Yeah.
that I think are very mature perspective for a
Yeah,
young
and
audience.
adding on, so I think one of my short-term goals is just seeing improvement in like the little things, whether it's like just hitting more fairways or hitting more greens or
Hmm.
making being more tedious in small stuff, whether it's a short, like an easy chip that or like a short wedge shot that I know that I could get it relatively close to the hole and at least put myself in position. I mean, things like that I think are really important. People kind of look past it in a way. It's that like the short ones are really the ones that add up. I mean, um, like being able to score with your wedges and
Yeah,
being really deadly with those wedges and your putting is really ones that really knock off those strokes off your game. And I think that's what I've also really improved on in college. So yeah.
yeah. Well said. Well said. Well, Jane, I really appreciate your time, and have a good Thanksgiving break, and I'm sure the audience will be excited to follow you in some of your tournaments this off season or when the Trojans tee it up next spring. Thanks, Jaden.
Thank you, Mr. Chanos. Thank you for having me. It's been a great podcast. Looking forward to hearing it.
All right. Thanks, Jaden.
Thank you.